This is my favorite new toy. It's called the InMotion V8, and it's an electric unicycle. Let me show you how it works. It has a handle so that you can wheel it around, and it's self-balancing, basically just like a Segway, except it has one wheel and one wheel only. To ride it, just put this down and step on the board. Everything is controlled by your body weight. So if you lean forward, it'll accelerate. If you lean back, it'll stop or go backwards. You can turn by leaning from side to side. Honestly, it's pretty hard to ride. It took me a couple weeks to get the hang of it and about an hour to even go 10 feet. So there's a little bit of a learning curve to it, but oh man, it's so much fun. I've been riding this thing basically everywhere I need to within a mile or two. Today I'm gonna go get some crickets for my frogs. All right, so to give you guys some specifics here, it has a top speed of about 18 to 19 miles per hour. I believe it's 18.5 exactly, which is fast enough. It also goes around 25 to 30 miles per range, depending on how you're riding, how quickly you are, rider weight, wind, stuff like that. Today it's actually pretty windy, so we may not be getting a whole lot of range. There is an app that you can use to track your mileage and basically see specs on the thing. You can see that I've ridden this 95 miles. Today's average speed has been 4 miles per hour because I've been parking it, but usually you average around 15 to 16 miles per hour on this, and it's very comfortable at that speed. This is one of my favorite things I've bought ever. It's a little bit hard to get on, but if you have something to lean on, it makes it a lot easier. Or if you don't, we'll show you what that looks like. You just brace one leg around it, and then you do kind of a skateboard start, look up ahead, and lean into where you're going. And it moves. The only thing you do have to watch out for are potholes. And drivers. But ultimately, you can ride it about as fast as you'd ride a bicycle, which is really nice. When you get to the edge of the top speed, it kind of just nudges you back just a tad. It's very subtle, and you can kind of ride the top end pretty easily, which isn't something that I can necessarily say for a lot of other electric unicycles. You do have to watch out for potholes and cracks. Oh, this thing is so much fun. It gets a lot of attention too. So when you're riding this, everyone wants to know what it is. Sometimes it takes longer to go somewhere with this than you normally would because you're telling people, what it is, how fast it goes, where it's from, who makes it. Everyone has questions about it, everyone wants to know. It's kind of cool because it gets you a lot of attention, but ultimately, if you don't like attention, you don't want to meet new people, one of these things isn't for you. It does help a lot to ride on really smooth surfaces. So you can see this is kind of a bumpy sidewalk. It's okay, but your legs do get tired after a little while. Ideally, when you're learning to ride one of these, you want to find a smooth, open space, like a freshly paved parking lot. That would be perfect. Don't try to ride in your living room. Don't try to ride in your house. It's not going to work. Yeah, so right now we're just cruising at a comfortable 15 miles per hour, 16 miles per hour. You get up to about 17 and it starts to lean back on you just a tad. It's very subtle in the way it does it, but it definitely keeps you from maxing out the motor's capabilities. I did actually set up an affiliate sponsorship deal with a company that sells these e-wheels, but I did pay for this one. So if you want to support the channel and you're going to buy one of these, click that link, but also just kind of check it out. It's an interesting thing. The reason I got one of these was actually because of my good friend Preston. He kept FaceTiming me all week saying, oh man, I just got he got the Segway version. He's been loving it. He just was FaceTiming me all week saying, hey Chris, you got to get one of these, it's amazing. You're gonna just go crazy over this thing. And I was like, all right, well, what's the fastest one? Or what's the faster one? This is $1,000. So I think it's actually a really good price point for what you're getting and the technology behind it. Because basically, a lot of the other e-wheel companies have been able to use pretty much the same tech that Segway has, but not pour millions and millions of dollars into the development for it. So they're able to come into pretty cool price points without charging a whole lot of money. Test here. One thing I do wear is hand protection. That's important. Hand protection. Head protection is kind of negligible maybe, but you definitely want something over your hands and wrists in case if you fall. We actually have a few videos coming out on this soon, and my buddy broke his wrist in Minneapolis. Not the best sales pitch for one of these, but gotta wear your safety equipment. Oh, I love it. One cool thing to note is that you can ride this in the rain and in the wet without it exploding or fritzing out or freaking out. You just don't want to submerge it in water. That's bad. But overall, it's pretty rugged. I've taken some, I've thrown this down a few times, taken some dips and falls. I haven't had a major crash yet or anything. You just got to be aware of your surroundings and be safe in traffic, but also watch out for potholes and things. So that's probably the biggest deal with these, is watching out for obstacles or anything that could screw you up. It's really good at climbing steep hills. When you go down, you just kind of lean back on the hill. When you're going down hills, you actually run into a little bit of regen, which is kind of cool. But it's so quiet, it's so smooth. You really have to work on being stable with these. It's kind of tough to learn how to control the speed wobble. But what I found, the best way to do it, when I first got this, they originally, InMotion sent me a couple of pads to put on my ankles. So the pads went right about here. And they were giving my legs a lot of cramps and just kind of, it hurt pushing my calves against those pads. So I ripped them off, but I couldn't get the sticky stuff off. So my advice to you is when you get one of these, don't put the soft pads on. It'll just end up messing you up. And so I had to put some electrical tape on the InMotion instead to keep it from sticking to my leg hair. There's also a really nice case that they send you. I would highly recommend that for when you're starting to learn, because it'll save it from getting all scratched and scuffed up. Just ate a bug. Holy shit, a big bug. Ah, delicious. Another problem with these. Yummy. Anyway, as I was saying, I'm almost at the pet store. We're both going to be having some bugs today. Crickets for my frogs and a big ass whatever that was for me. Holy crap! That was a big one. Oh, big pothole. Seriously though, I've been riding this thing everywhere. It is so much fun. I kind of am using it instead of a car to ride around town. And I'll go get groceries with it. I'll get crickets. I'll get my car parts. Basically, anything that'll fit in my backpack. So to take this inside, all I'm going to do is just turn my headlight off, because that's kind of obnoxious. Lift this up, these fold in. Easy. Got my crickets, there they are. My lizard will be happy. So just looking at the app, so far I've ridden 3.35 miles while being stopped average speed of 10 miles an hour. Make it easy on myself and start here. You know, I find myself riding this in more places than I would normally ride a bike. I'll just take it out for fun. And it's electric, so it charges up. Yeah, I'm not getting in better shape by riding this. It doesn't really expend any physical energy to do it. But that's kind of nice because it's effortless, and I appreciate that. Literally, I've only seen a couple other people riding these. There's one guy in Eastern Michigan University in Ypsilanti who rides one, and then I saw one guy riding one in New York City a few weeks ago, and literally I was talking about it with someone at a cafe, my niece and her boyfriend, and this guy just rides by in an electric unicycle. It was awesome. This is not awesome. Tells me I'm going too fast. 18.5 miles per hour. That's the max speed. Done about 5 miles so far. Almost keeping up with traffic, not quite. A little bit of sidewalk tree trimming. I missed. No rollerblades, skateboards, or biking allowed on premises. Violators will be reported to the police. I think I'm in pretty good shape here. Get one while you can before they put signs up. And outlaw it. Just like drones. Whoa. Haha! Alright, so that's the first time that's happened before. Glad I got it on camera. Alright, so you saw I just freaked out. I was afraid it was going to go into the road. I grabbed a branch, which was dumb. And, that was dumb. Alright, back in action. Turning is kind of tough at first. Takes a little while to get the hang of. There's a button under this handle that disengages the motor for a second, just so that you can lift it up over curbs and stuff like that, which is nice. Because otherwise the wheel spins out and it does a little burnout. We've got a nicely paved, fresh parking lot here. And let's try that out. Let's see how it goes on this. This should be pretty nice. Oh, this is amazing. It's so smooth. Oh, I love it. Yes. Thank you. Oh. Let's set this down and you guys can see me riding it a little bit. I'm not an expert at this, but honestly, one of the hardest things to do is to learn how to turn. It is inherently unstable. That's okay. One minor complaint that I would have is that stopping power isn't awesome. It could be better. Still, pretty cool. Alright guys, well I think that'll wrap this video up. We'll probably be posting some more stuff on these. This InMotion V8 is really a lot of fun. I've been using it a lot. Again, I've put about 100 miles on mine already, just riding it a few weeks. I'm not sure if you'd be able to take this one on the plane with you or not. You might be able to. It does have quite a large battery, so that's kind of that's a little bit up in the air. The Segway you probably could, but the Segway is slow. 12 miles an hour isn't quite enough speed. Thanks for watching, guys. We'll see you in the next video. Take care.